Welcome to the Stizzy Chronicles. I'm Stizzy. On this channel, I chronicle my life as a full-time RVer. Currently, I'm living off-grid and I'm working on the RV. I have a DIY project for you, and before we start, I have a question, just so I don't feel alone. Have you ever gone to the bathroom in your recreational vehicle and end up peeing on the back tires? No, I have, and we gotta figure out why. We're in the bathroom, and in my bathroom, just so you know, I like to go with the waterless method. So I do have poop bags that I use, and I also have pine straws, which I use to help with the odor. Now that's when we're doing number 2. However, number 1, I still go directly into the toilet, or at least I was. So recently, I used my bathroom, relieved myself, and then later when I went outside, I realized everything that had come out of me went through the RV and out into the back tire. Luckily, that has not happened with number 2, because once again, I used the poop bags, thank the Lord. And this is one reason why I avoid the black tank, because you never know what's going to happen. So I am going to try to figure out why. Well, I'm going to try to figure out, but I still plan on getting rid of the toilet. One reason I think that it's leaking outside is because, one, it is really awkward as far as I'm concerned, the design itself, because I am up on a pedestal. That pedestal then has the toilet. When I use the bathroom, just sitting here like this is not very comfortable. So I tend to get the leaning and doing all this and just hoping for the best as I'm struggling for all dear life because it's not enough fiber in my body. And I think that has caused the toilet to, I don't know, but I think that has something to do with it. Because when I lean forward, this toilet comes with me. So it's not even attached in the back anymore. I can kind of tell. And also there are times when I'm sitting on the toilet and I swear I hear creaking, which my guess is there's probably a lot of water damage to the platform itself. And I'm just 1 pee away from falling through the RV. But we're not going to dwell on that. We're just going to get rid of the toilet. We're going to get rid of this toilet because I don't use it as it's meant to be used. And quite frankly, I'd prefer to move towards a different design altogether. And I'm going to replace it with a camping toilet, at least temporarily. And then hopefully, as we get through some of our projects, at some point I plan on building something that looks more like a outhouse toilet, meaning like, you know, like the whole box. And then we'll have little compartments where I can reach my trash can, where I can get to whatever I'm using to help with the water that's affected, and of course the place where everything will be stored. So, we're going to be doing that, but first we got to start off with just removing the toilet. So here we have the toilet, and I think it is caving in a little bit where the toilet is. Originally, the first problem that I had was this area leaked. And I never fixed it. So it's just continued to leak. Obviously, I should have fixed it. But once I moved to the waterless method, my thought process was, well, yes, it'll leak when I'm flushing it. But since I don't hold water in the tank regularly, it won't be a constant leak. AKA, I just didn't want to deal with it. And now, obviously, that's going to bite me in the butt. You are now kind of behind the toilet. And I just want to see when I sit down and lean forward, this is what's happening. And that's all the way bad. Now to get rid of this thing, I really don't know the proper steps. So we just gonna be guessing. But I can see behind here, we have the water supply. If you hooked up to city water, you would want to turn that off. Or if you have a stop valve, a ball valve, that will work. Or in my case, I really don't have to do anything because I'm working off the water pump and I just recently drained my water tank. All right, how do we get this out? Okay, I see screws. All right, that's good to know. There's some screws. There we go. Took a little bit. So there's some screws back here. I had to get that taken off. I got one screw out. The other one just halfway. It was enough to slide it. So we have our water connection here. Alright. This is the one I'll need to take off. This one just goes into the toilet itself. So let's try to get this fixed. Okay, and then get this off. This little cover. Alright, and now we need to get some bolts off. It will be the size I don't have. I have 10s, then I have 13s. And it's obviously an 11 or 12 millimeter bolt. We have these in the front, but I'm actually having trouble getting it off. As you can see, everything's rusted, and the two in the back already, if there are two in the back, they already disconnected. I might just see if I can manhandle this to get this toilet off. And we definitely gonna have to change this. I don't trust it. Ew. I hope that's not duty. I hope I'm looking at the ring of the toilet, the gasket, and not duty buildup. Oh, damn. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, I think it's disconnected, and we definitely need to start looking at wood for right here for sure. Almost. Something's holding on. Go ahead and free yourself. You need a new journey. Okay. So close. So close. Who's holding on? Let it go. It no longer serves you. Okay. Let me see what that is holding me back. Disclaimer. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So do not do what I do and then get mad at me when your toilet breaks. But the toilet has been disconnected. This is not a proper how to remove a toilet video. Just so you know. I'm gonna go get a trash bag. If any part of this video has been entertaining or educational, please hit that like button. And if you're new, maybe consider subscribing and joining the journey. The toilet is now in the trash. And now I gotta figure out how to clean this stuff up. This piece is really hard. I was expecting a wax. And then, I don't know. I gotta clean that up. To cover up the hole at the top, this pretty much fits in that opening. And it just so happens I still have a lot of styrofoam from purchasing some other items. So I just created a template and I'm going to cut this out and hopefully the sizing will work nicely. So as I'm cleaning up, debris isn't falling into the black tank. Okay, we'll see if this worked. If not, I need to make a bigger one. Ooh, luckily I still have enough. Okay. This was the first cut. This was based off the very bottom of the candle where it narrows. It works, but I wanted to do a second one. So this one is based off the sides of that candle, which allows me to kind of force it in a little bit, which I definitely prefer. So that is going to stop things from going down, and if there are any aromas that are going to creep out, this will also help. Now I am confused. I'm still trying to clean this up, but it seems like I got nails or screws here. I don't really know what they are intended for. These, yeah, I don't know what that is, but that's kind of in the way. It's not too soft, so it probably can still be used, but maybe I'll just reinforce it with just a thinner board of plywood. I think I'll be safe. But the question now is, with the portable toilet that I have, since this is not leveled, how I'm gonna make this work. Until I figure out what I'm gonna do with the water supply coming in here, because I may still use it and maybe use it as like a sprayer to help with the cleaning. Haven't decided. But when I was working on my water pump, there was a piece that I thought might come in handy at some point. I still threw it in the trash, but luckily I could still reach the part of the trash where I threw it. Right now there's like a little gasket in here that I'm trying to get out, so I can put this here, which will, you know, block off water from this pipe. Alright. Okay, so that was in there, that little gasket. This will be a temporary solution for this hose. You know, since there was leaking in this area and I don't know what was leaking, it may not even be something to trust, but it's temporary. We are cleaned up. We are plugged up, and we are trashed. Now we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with the trash. The easiest and most convenient thing will be to throw it in the trash that's here on the property. The bad thing with that idea is it's a fairly good size that's going to take up space, and that trash is only picked up once a month. And if by chance when they come to pick it up and the lid's up, even if it's just a little bit, the pickup charge is like quadrupled. So you don't want that to happen. So I have called around to see if they have a public dump here, which they do. And you do have to pay, but I think I'm just going to go ahead and head to the dump. Haven't been there before. It's downtown. And while I'm down there, I can also go to the store that I mentioned in my last video that's like 30-40 minutes away to check to see if they have some hosing, some flexible hosing for the other project that I'm still working on, which is my water pump. Waka and I are all packed up. She's sitting in the front because the back is full. We have the toilet, which is mine. Kathy had a, and by Kathy, I'm referring to Kathy from Traveling with Charity. Yes, I am staying on her property. Some of you already know. And now this is an official announcement from me. Back to that. Kathy had a tire that had been hanging out near her trash can. You can't put tires in there. So I'm going to take that to the dump. And then also she has an umbrella that she no longer is using. I think the wind took it out. So all three of those items are now packed up in the back seat, and we're going to head to the dump. Hello.
Hi, what do we have?
I have a trash. Sorry. I have a toilet, an umbrella, and a tire off the rim.
Okay. Everything in sick but the tire. The tire you're gonna take to the back here. There's a brown bin back there.
Okay.
There should be tires next to it, or it'll say tires. Just put it next to it.
Next to it.
Yeah.
But everything else is going to sit. And
Bin 6. Yep.
Bin 6, is this going to make sense once I go in? This is my first time here.
So you go to the end of the building right here, and
Yes,
to the left, go up the hill, and they're all numbered.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Left, then I come out brown.
Yeah, don't
Out
go
here.
out the gate.
Oh,
Just go to the end of the building right here.
I did not expect to see a horse here. That is cool.
The rodeo course is right there. There's a bunch of them all.
I smelled it. Okay. All right. I'm listening.
Yeah, so go to the end of the building right here. You'll see there's a backhoe right here.
Okay.
When you get over there, so just make a left, go behind it, and then go up that hill.
I'm going to try to
And then
remember
you'll
that.
see all the bins.
Back of the bin, will then make a left, look for a hoe.
Everything but the tire. The tires only go to the back.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. in the building. Go to the building. Up the hill. Okay. Okay. We got this. We got it. Ah! Alright, it's making sense. Making sense. Baby. Because I am confused. Alright, uh-oh. It smells terrible. So this is 6? Gotta be. Okay. Let me check what's going on. Oh yeah, I see the 6 now. Okay, I got it. Alright, I got that. Bring back the tire. Get. All right. We're done with the dumping of the items in 6. Now we're heading down there. I see tires in that bin. I don't see how I'm going to get a tire in that bin, but we will head in that direction. Call the dash. That tire almost took me out, y'all. But we done here, at least. It's wet back there. So we gonna want to wash that little cover for walking. Have to sit back there again. But the good thing is what happened? Tire, that's what happened. Okay. Now I'm gonna head to the home improvement store that's not too far away from where we are to see if they have flexible hose. We'll check on that. And then before I head home, I also have 4 5-gallon gasoline containers. Fill those up as well as the car, and then that gas is going to go into the RV for the generator. I got to get my battery situated. So with the house battery, which is the second battery, auxiliary battery in the RV, it's pretty much shot. I have a replacement battery. I just haven't set it up yet because that replacement battery can be charged with a solar charge controller. I just got to set everything up. So hopefully the weekly trip to get gas, or week and a half, 2 week depending, will be ending soon, because this gas is going to be probably like $100. You know, off grid is still not cheap. Like, it's cheaper than living in an apartment, but still expensive because life as a whole is expensive, and I would like for that to stop. Not the life, but the expensive part. Let me go ahead and get to the dang on store. Seatbelt on, safety first. You ready, Walker? Earth, earth, let's go. I don't remember what my number was before. 2880. How many pounds did I lose? And with the pricing, how is that determined? Is it once you weigh me?
It's 13 cents a pound with a $3 scale.
Okay.
Call your friends and make a plan. Let's have ourselves a date. No promises or consequence. We have no time to waste. We go from London to Paris, city to state. Drive 100 miles an hour, staying out too late. Living life as a nomad, take it day by day. Cause there's no one to tell us what to do. I want the sunny days to shine a light on me. Can't let them go to waste. They feel so far away when all the sky is gray. I miss the sunny days. Don't speed ahead, relax instead. Let time show you the way. Don't complicate or hesitate. Enjoy your sunny day. We go from London to Paris, city to state. Drive 100 miles an hour, staying out too late.
Good news that flexible hosing is here at the local store, which is downtown. And they also do have some other items that work with the hoses, such as the clamps and tightener, and then the fittings. But I have better news. I also did some research prior to coming here to see if I could find it elsewhere. Of course, I looked at the big box store that would require me to drive to the big city an hour away. They have it as well, and it's cheaper. Here they sell by the foot. The other location sells by a set foot, so it's like a 10-foot hose that you can purchase. Here it is sold at $179 a foot. With the big box store, I think it comes out to like $129 a foot if I went ahead and just purchased a 10-foot hose. Also, I think I have a slightly larger selection of fittings and clamps and connectors that I could get if I was going to the big box store. Of course, in this situation, it's like these parts I would order online, ship to the store, and then pick up. They don't necessarily have them in store in stock, but they do offer them. So to make it worth my while, I'm just going to set up an errands day when I go downtown. I'm sorry, not downtown. This is downtown. When I go into the city and go ahead and do that hour drive. And then in addition, going to the big box home improvement store, I'll also be able to drop off my Amazon return. And by the way, I had just a few days left to return it, or at least to meet the return date. And then they gave me a few extra days to actually drop it off. So I was like, perfect, cool. But in order to do that, I will at some point have to go to the library to print out a label. I do luckily have shipment material. Then I gotta drive out to UPS store to drop it off. It used to be so much easier when I was in other places where when you wanted to do an Amazon return, they're just like, hey, just drop it off at the store and call it a day. No, they was like, we need the box, we need the label, and then they also was like, you only have one location. Make it work. I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna do that to save some dollars. So I'll just have to figure out what else I need to get from the big city, and then plan an errands day, and also get the flexible tubing and any necessary fittings and couplings and attachments and connectors and whatever else may be necessary to complete the water pump. That's that. As far as the next stop is going to be the gas station. We're going to go ahead and hit up Love's Travel Center so I can get my little discount for using my little account and fill up the the car as well as my containers, so we can then transfer that gas into the RV for the generator. That's next on the list. With the gas I just purchased, the car itself was at a half a tank, so that will get me to a full tank. The RV is currently at a quarter of a tank, and the reason that I'm putting in more gas is because once you reach a quarter of a tank or less than a quarter of a tank, then the generator will not turn on. So hence the reason that I'm here. The 4 5-gallon containers that I just filled up will get me from a quarter of a tank to a half a tank. And we'll be back here in a couple days, about a week or so. Well, actually, that's not true, because I plan on getting this battery set up and hook it up to the solar panels, so we won't be here as often once I finally figure out this battery situation. But before I head out, I'm checking the Loves. I'm checking the Loves app. See if I get any freebies. Maybe a sandwich or something. Hear that? That's the generator running. So we got the generator going right now to help this battery out. Before coming all the way home, I did pick up some scraps, and we're gonna try to use this for inside the bathroom, where we have the platform and then we have the toilet hole, the hole, that dang on hole. I'm gonna see if there's a way that I can like cut out a circle, put down these flat boards to kind of keep it leveled all the way, or at least have enough of it leveled in order to put the camping toilet. That's the plan. The crazy thing is, the camping toilet is from the auction site, and before I started filming, I said make sure you have all the pieces for that camping toilet before you take everything out. I forgot. So if by chance I don't have all the pieces to this camping toilet, it might get a little, I have to get a little creative. We're gonna figure something. Let me see. We're gonna figure something out. It's our new little temporary toilet. Okay, as of now, it doesn't have a bag in it, but this is what it looks like. I did use some of the styrofoam to see if I'd be able to use it to level this area, and then just something like this. Just put this down, and then put this on top. But, I mean, I think that kind of works. But, you know, instead of worrying about all that, since I live by myself, I'm finna do this right here. Boom, right? Put it together. Bow. Sit down. Take a piss. Take a poop. I mean, it's just temporary. It's just temporary to do for now. I mean, get the business that needs to be businessified done. So, I mean, I'm okay with it. But as you can see, I am hot. That's you know, you probably thinking, well, she sure is glowing. That's sweat. And when this happens, when I start to sweating, I get the undressing and sitting in the bed in. And that's what I'm finna do. So I'm happy that you guys decided to hang out with me today as I removed my toilet, as are all my other projects. It's a work in progress, but at least we have a bathroom to use in the meantime that won't wind up outside somehow, some way. And I know that I can get a lot of the supplies that I'll need for the water pump from the local hardware store to save some money. I am going to go ahead and decide to drive a little bit in order to hit up one of the big box stores to pick up those supplies. So stand by. We will be finishing up the water pump. We also are going to be finishing up the bathroom. If you're enjoying yourself and you're new here, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you're enjoying yourself and you've been here for a while, hit the like and share button. And I will see you next time.
And here's for your helper.
Oh, yay! There you go. Thank you. There we go. She's picky. Give her a second. She's going to think about it.